Hi everyone, this is Miss Kennedy, bringing you your social studies lesson, states and capitals in the Northeast region. Our history standard here in California is to know the location of the current 50 states and their names of the capitals. And this is our last segment, the Northeast region. Borders Canada and the Atlantic Ocean. As you can see there, the blue arrow will help us find it. You can download your own maps from eduplace.com. The Northeast region, you can download it labeled as this one you see on the screen and unlabeled so you can practice. And so in this region are our last 9 states that we're going to cover. And we'll start at the top. Each state is labeled in capital letters, and the stars are marked for the capitals. You'll see it borders Canada, and it runs along the Atlantic Ocean. So at the top, we have Maine, the capital is Augusta, Vermont, Montpelier, New Hampshire, Concord, Massachusetts, Boston. There's a tiny little state marked RI that stands for Rhode Island, and the capital is Providence. Next to that, on the left side, is Connecticut. The capital is Hartford. There's a huge state that borders along Canada called New York, and the capital is Albany. Right below that is another massively large state, Pennsylvania, and the capital is Harrisburg. And last but not least, along the Atlantic Ocean coast is New Jersey, and the capital is Trenton. You'll notice that there are some cities marked here as well. In Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh is marked. Philadelphia is also marked. Those are major cities in the Northeast region. And I always tell my classes, people from New Jersey don't say Trenton, they say Trenton. So there's a bit of an accent when you encounter people from the Northeast. All right, we said there were 9 states in this region. They are all a part of the 13 original colonies. They border Canada and the Atlantic Ocean. This is actually a picture of Atlantic City here on the screen. Rhode Island is the smallest state. It's labeled with its initials, RI. The Appalachian Mountains begins in the state of Maine, and it runs all the way down through parts of the southern region. Mount Washington is the highest mountain, and it's located in New Hampshire. And along the Atlantic Ocean is home to many wonderful, infamous beaches on the East Coast, Atlantic City being one of them, Hilton Head in South Carolina. There's so many wonderful beaches that you can find on the East Coast. One of the landmarks and important things to know about the region in the Northeast, it is home to the Statue of Liberty. It makes its home in New York. Its actual name is Liberty Enlightening the World. It's located on Liberty Island in New York City. This statue was a gift from France. It was a friendship gift. Some people give bracelets, countries give statues. The parts of the Statue of Liberty are symbolic. The 7 points on the crown represents the 7 continents, for example. And Lady Liberty, the statue itself, weighs 225 tons. And since we have been doing conversions, perhaps you'd like to challenge yourself and convert that into pounds. Also in the Northeast region is the White House, home to the presidents. It's located in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is not a state. It is federal property. It's actually Washington, and the D.C. stands for District of Columbia. It has been home to all of the presidents except George Washington. Although George Washington did help pick out the land, and work on the architecture for the White House. He did not actually live there. A fun fact about the White House, it hosts 6,000 visitors a day on a normal basis. And it is a well-visited tourist attraction for people going to the Northeast region. Along the coast of the Atlantic Ocean, you will find plenty of lighthouses, monuments, and museums. Boston Lighthouse is the oldest lighthouse located on the East Coast in the Northeast region. The Liberty Bell, Independence Hall, and the Betsy Ross House are all located in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania. The Washington Monument, the Lincoln Monument, the Native American Museum, the African American Museum, the Martin Luther King monuments are all located around the Washington, D.C. area. And of course, if your teacher's on EPIC, there's more information through their books in What's in the Northeast and Exploring the Northeast. And your strategies for learning the 50 states, these are the last 9 and sometimes hard to recall, especially states like New Hampshire and Rhode Island and Connecticut. Those are often the most missed capitals to recall. Watch the cool video, Tour the States. It's upbeat and it's very entertaining. You can get up and dance and commit that to memory from the music and the rap. Create your own flashcards, label blank maps that we talked about from EduPlace at the beginning of the video. Quiz yourself, quiz your family. What is the capital of? Use Quizlet or Kahoot. And of course, those dollar store maps, hang those on the wall in your house and do some studying. All right, friends, we are not going to study the Northeast region capitals next. Actually, we're going to have more like a summary of all of the United States capitals. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to hearing what you know about states and capitals.